What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk to you about why you're probably losing money using the VWAP indicator. Maybe not so much that you're using it incorrectly, but maybe just not using the full benefits that it does give us. Maybe being too tunnel vision on what the VWAP really means and why we should be using it in our trading, when not to use it, and when to rely on a certain one, not use this one, right? We'll go into some examples in this video. But don't forget, I do teach my full strategy on AceFX TV, Futures 2.0. If you take a look at it here, I give you A through Z of how to get in your trades, manage them, get out of them as well. That there's multiple different entry setups, as well as just scaling your business to take payouts, what key levels to use, how to set up your charts. Right, very simple, broken down into nice digestible chapters that definitely go through this if you're wanting to trade with the VWAP and never have, or if you're struggling to use it, or just struggling with your trading in general. Definitely go check this out. It's very, very good, if I do say so myself. But let's take a look at some examples here on TradingView that, albeit on this day, a little bit choppy. I know, first off, I made a video about this day. A lot of people got beat up on this Wednesday of some shorts off here. That, in my opinion, it wasn't a full retest or a nice pullback to this New York view up, but I made a full breakdown on that one. What I want to look at is these two arrows here of, like I said, why we're maybe losing money with the view up is being too eager to get into some trades where, definition wise, I would not say those are strong breaks of the lower day view up at all. I wouldn't even say they are breaking it, right? How majority of the candle is well above that purple VWAP, if not right on it and above, that sellers aren't taking it and with control or with strength, right? If we solidly broke below it, I mean, you can just look at it back here, right? Clearly, that next candle broke below it. Okay, sellers are in. Let's go short, right? But on these two arrows here, if you jumped in too prematurely, you almost deserve the loss because it wasn't really telling you, hey, sellers are in. We might want to continue lower here. But this is just inducement that, first off, with these VWAPs, it's a very key important level of interest that we either going to bounce here because buyers step in or sellers take over and we break it. So when we're right at it like this, I can't say what is going to happen. I need to see almost 1 or 2 more minutes of information. Okay, sellers did in fact break it. We look like we want to go lower. Or buyers are actually bouncing us off here. We might want to come back higher for a little bit. And then, of course, sellers can take it back later. But just getting a little bit more picky on, is this the break of a lower day view up? Are sellers breaking it with strength, saying they're in? Not really, right? So you can probably avoid some losing shorts there just by a little bit more patience. Simple as that. Now with this one, the three arrows here, the same lesson applies for these first two. Is that a strong break of the lower day view up? That, not to confuse anybody, but if you just measure the candle with your eyes, at least 50% of it, I'd like to be below it, right? Where clearly I'd say like 90% of this candle is still well above that lower day view up. So no, we didn't break it with strength. And then with this one, it's really just retesting it. It's holding it, right? Look at it as a hold of lower day view up. Sellers didn't have enough strength to break us through it. Buyers defended that level quite nicely. So no shorts yet. But Evan, this third one, that's pretty strong. So why is this a trade I should avoid? Yes, this third one, that's a break I'm looking for, where majority of that candle is clearly underneath that lower day view up. Sellers took it with strength. Let's go lower. But now the other lesson with it, just in trading in general, if you look at these two green circles here, what I ideally like into my trades would be falling structure, right? Now, of course, big picture, there's a lot of gray space over here. We're still falling, still very bearish on the day. Now just follow me over here on the left side. These lower highs here, how we're still falling on top, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Okay, the trend is nice and bearish. Now, although this is just pulling back, I'm not saying we're looking bullish, but when we have this pullback here, a failed break, if we could have painted a lower high, maybe in here, and then broke it, that would look a lot cleaner than us potentially making these higher highs into lower day view up breaks, right? So if we can start to turn, right, maybe paint a lower high over here and then break it, then we are in fact still falling on top. I still want to go short. But with us potentially making that higher high and then a break, I know this could just be a higher low, right? Does that make sense? A lot of higher highs, higher lows going on. But I think just simply putting it, we're not really falling on top anymore as much as we would have been if we could have cracked it like this. Lower highs clearly on top, boom, there's the drop. So that paired with, even just read it as the last time sellers got down here, they didn't have the strength to hold that lower day view up and push us lower. What leads me to believe this third time they're going to find the strength to move us lower? Probably not going to. Just the more time that we fail at a lower day view up, not really the best sign that they like that price and they have the strength to move us lower from there. So just using your discretion in that way could save you a lot of money. This one, the break here, not super strong, right? The candle that's on that lower day VWAP, the purple VWAP. How I was saying, I'd say probably 80% of that candle is on the lower day VWAP and above. So that one didn't break it. Now let's take a look at the next minute, right? Because I want to give it one more minute to say, well, can sellers take it in the next minute? On this one, there's a pin to the bottom that sellers tried to. Buyers stepped right back up. So not the greatest strength in that bearish candle. Could you have taken this short? Yeah, potentially. But another thing, if you look at the top of the markup, not being too zoomed in on, well, it's breaking a lower day view up, so certainly it's going lower, right? It's not that black and white. It's not that tunnel vision that just because we break a view up, it has to follow that direction. We're taking into other information, such as this dotted line up here of our midnight open price. We probably want to fulfill it on that day. So being that we're slowly trying to break this lower day view up, not showing the most amount of strength, and in the back of my head, I know, well, there's a great chance we actually move higher up here today. Why should I believe that this wants to go lower, especially with a weak break like that? Probably not, right? But on a day when there's a midnight price heavily below us, this trade could make a lot more sense. So pairing the VWAP with a high probability stat like that edge full opening midnight, this could be an easy trade to avoid on the downside. And like I said, how this lower day VWAP is a great point of interest of who's going to win this battle. A lot of people are going to be seeing how does it react once we get to that lower day. Do sellers take it or do buyers bounce? It does, in fact, create a higher low, and buyers step us in to go get that midnight price, which was highly probable. So, not just getting too zoomed in on a VWAP break saying, but Evan, it broke lower day. Sellers are in. This must go lower. Not exactly. It's not that simple. Otherwise, we'd be taking trades every 5 to 10, 15 minutes that we need to take into other information, such as the bigger picture, other levels. If we take a look at this markup here, this looks like a nice close. This is another example to go back to a couple markups ago. We have the nice retest to New York here. Here is the lower high into that second break, right? How we didn't come up higher and then break it the second time. We're making clean lower highs throughout. So boom, boom, and then the break. I like this one a lot better. And that's a strong candle. A lot of strength in that candle, wiping out all that price action. So let's go short. But clearly gets smoked. That if we use another time frame here, not being too zoomed in on the 1 minute, I made plenty of videos about that. This is now the 15-minute view of things. That arrow is where we would be taking that short I just showed you. That you can screenshot these notes and read them if you want. Just discretion and experience. What are the odds we retrace that entire bullish move yesterday, which is what I'm kind of asking for it to do if I'm looking for shorts here, as well as I know the trend is still overall very bullish, just big picture, that this still could at any point, maybe not right here, could be building a higher low from yesterday's low. And then here's our higher high. And then later on in the afternoon, we make the higher high from a new day, right? So the trend is still overall very bullish, that the high probability trade is still to the upside. Maybe not in this next 15 or 30, 45 minutes, but overall, longs are still more favorable day to day. So to really get me involved in a short, you really have to tell me a lot of information that makes me believe we want to go lower. So staying out of the potential shorts on a bullish trending market this week could have saved you some money on that one. Now we went over the breaks of a higher day or a lower day view up, the definition of maybe what to get in on, right? You could even look at this markup. This isn't the lesson of it, but this candle back here, right? Not the strongest of breaks. Clearly still kind of underneath it. And then unfortunately or fortunately, the next candle is very, very strong. So now you just have a way high price, but it's giving you that confirmation. Well, hey, buyers took that with some strength, so let's go higher. But again, like I said in the beginning of the video, not that you're using the higher day view up wrong, but maybe you're just using one or not using other information, such as that blue one on top where I'm pointing the arrow. That's a yesterday's New York. So not really the most favorable long. Maybe out here on the 1 minute, you're breaking a high a day. But overall, this 15-minute, very, very bearish. This is where you're trying to long it, saying longs are very high probability today. But since the changeover, lower highs and lower lows all below the daily VWAP. So longs aren't favorable just because there's a 1 minute VWAP break. Everyone follow that? So just getting zoomed out. Because yes, you are above this black VWAP, which is the daily. But we know since today is so bearish, all the sentiment, until we really take out that previous lower high back here, we're still building bearish structure. So maybe into the afternoon, if we could have popped this higher, started trading some higher highs and higher lows, then yeah, I'd be looking for some longs in and around that price action. But this early on in the day when we're still very bearish from the changeover and all of that, this is a very tough long, especially when you're into a yesterday's New York. So whether you use the yesterday's New York, even just reading structure here on the 15-minute, that's a tough long. But if you're just breaking it down of saying, well, this is a new high a day, Evan, on the 1 minute, a pullback, break of high day view up, yeah, that does warrant a long, but you're missing a lot of information on what's most probable today, who's really in control, where's the trend looking like it wants to take us. So stuff like that can definitely slow you down, zoom you out, and avoid some potentially bad trades because you're trading right into a key level. So I think the big lesson, one I don't speak about much, is the breaks, that you do need to be picky on what you call a break. These are not really low a day view up breaks. Buyers defended that level, they bounced us right off it. That you really need to see sellers step in with some strength to believe, hey, we might want to move lower from here. And obviously, the stronger the better. But then sometimes the stronger the candle is, the lower that price is, or the further that price is. Now from that VWAP break, like I was saying on this one, since it was so strong, rather than being like long here, you get a lot higher of a price. But not the end of the world to get a higher probability. But yeah, like I said, I think just slowing down, go through the course. Like I said, I have a lot of examples, way more markups of how to use these VWAP breaks as well as the bounces. We didn't go over any bounces, I don't think, in this video, but a lot of keys to remember. And again, it's going to take some practice playing with these VWAPs, taking trades, doing markups of them, seeing these play out, seeing these not play out, and then you'll get more picky with it as you go through it, as you develop these markups, and hopefully become a better VWAP trader. Because I really do love the VWAP. It's very powerful. Obviously, I built the strategy around it, but it's not as plain and simple of just taking every single break. I think you know that by now. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Best of luck, obviously, always trading with the VWAP. If you ever have any questions on it, always feel free to reach out to me. Tune into the streams, right? I forgot to mention, if you go through the course here, you can go to the live streams on the top and you could trade it live with me, Austin and James at the open, and see, oh, he didn't take that. Why didn't he take that trade? And I'll just tell you, well, that's not really a strong break. This is actually not breaking the low a day. That's why I'm not short. And then boom, there you go. You avoid the loss. I made you some money. So definitely tune into that. But other than that, appreciate you guys always tuning in. Make sure you drop a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys on the charts tomorrow morning.